today. From the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? They had no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Right out of the gates, here's Smith. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. A first carry for Tyler Algier. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Algier will try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Deontay Hardy deep for New Orleans. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Again, it's Kamara. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Kamara up the middle. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. From the gun, here's Fields. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Coming left is Kamara. And he'll work down inside the 45. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 17 carries, 111 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The former ASU Sun Devil, Eno Benjamin with it. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On the ground, Benjamin. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 24. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. The Saints at 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Arnold Ebiketie in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. But you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your 3rd grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And able to work his way down to the 16. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Back to throw, Fields. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Now, that was one I kind of saw coming, Charge. A free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means a free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. So 2nd and 4 from the 22. Here's Fields. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Fields. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They snap it to Fields. Got an open man, it's Olave. And he is going to have the Saints first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week, so this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. On second, here's Algier. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the 1st down marker. A shotgun snap for Smith. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And Fields going to have the 1st down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Play action. It's Fields. Downfield, and he's got Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And this will be a Falcons 1st down as the tackle made at about the 38. Smith. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Throwing again on 2nd down. Smith. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run for it with Algier. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They run it again with Kamara. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. To throw is Fields. And Thomas has it. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Now Geno on 1st down. This is Shepard on the catch. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. Give to Algier from the shotgun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. It's hauled in by Shepard. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They begin on the ground with Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Fields on 3rd down. Throw left side complete to Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Now Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. A give. This is Kamara. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 78 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On the run is Benjamin. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Fields. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Now a first down throw. Fields. Slant pass complete to Olave. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Fields on first down. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. Fields now to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on third down, Fields. And that will be incomplete. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
That's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it second down. Now it's Smith. Dumps this one off to Algier. Only able to gain a couple there. And now third down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on third down, Smith. Over the middle, it's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Smith throwing again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Shepard. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Smith on first down. That's thrown underneath to Algier. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep the deficit at 20. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Saints to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Fields. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields throwing the out route and complete. That's Goodwin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Kamara. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 97 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Again, it's Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Fields. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. 1st down, and they'll start with Algier. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. On 2nd and 9, Smith. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Smith. He sets to fire deep. A contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he'll be brought down at the 27. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. From the 24, Smith. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Smith. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. From the red zone now, Smith. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. Kamara up the middle. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed 1st down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Olave holds it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now it's Fields. That's complete to Troutman right side. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further. After that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. They'll get this out to Kamara. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, not only is this defense pitching a shutout, now they're contributing points themselves. I mean, they have really put together what's almost been a perfect effort here in this one.
I love how you express that. They've absolutely exceeded expectations in this one. And even better than their play, it's been their effort. Even with the win in their back pocket already, every one of those guys is still out there fighting like it's a tie game.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Smith. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Throwing now is Geno. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. No stopping Peyton Turner on that sack. He would not be denied. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now Geno. Got his man. It's London. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. From the gun, here's Smith. He's going to find his running back. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. To the air again, Smith. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. On 1st and 10, Smith. He finds his man, complete. That's Shepard. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now Smith. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The Falcons on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing is Smith. Down it. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Here's Fields. Fields hit, and the ball is loose. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Smith. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Cameron Jordan getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Smith. Setting up the screen. Here's Algier. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I like the thinking there, because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against them. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for them on 3rd down.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. Touchdown! Drake London, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Back to throw. Fields. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Kamara, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 131 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Saints, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.